Hello everyone, my name is Salim and welcome to the Markets Breakdown Analysis for Friday, the 1st of December 2023. We'll be breaking down charts on the exact zones where price will close above potential buys or close below for potential sells as well. So looking at the daily candle for Thursday. Now the daily is looking bearish, but technically the daily is actually been ranging in the exact same zone where the Wednesday daily candle has been forming. Because when it dropped down to the follow time frame, we can clearly see candles printing side by side. Now what's interesting actually with gold is how the monthly candle for November will be closing. We can clearly see the monthly candle will be closing strong bullish above a strong monthly resistance and within a rejection area formed on the monthly time frame. Now here's the thing. So we have a monthly candle closing bullish. Now the anticipation here is to see how this weekly candle will close. What do we see here is we see a weekly being extremely bullish, barely formed the bottom wick and breaking above this weekly rejection, but failing to continue bullish. But then when you drop down to the daily time frame, there's something really interesting is we have a daily candle for Monday closing bullish, and then the Tuesday daily candle has been extremely bullish. Wednesday have ranged and formed 4-hour range, and the daily candle for Thursday will be closing bearish, forming daily resistance around 20.45 100. Now, since a daily forming a resistance, maybe we could see a price, the new daily candle for Friday, to form to respect this daily resistance and pull back and form a bearish candle, because that will allow the weekly candle to retrace and form a rejection to the upside. Now it's all down to how the daily candle form on Friday, because that actually makes sense. If the daily is forming a resistance, if we see a pullback, knowing we have clean traffic on the left, technically this pullback will make sense on a weekly because we have a weekly rejection formed on the left. And obviously if we see a weekly rejection, and that means the following weekly candle will form a top wick, retrace, and maybe going back into the range. So now to break down the chart and dropping down to the daily time frame, the daily will be closing bearish. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, clearly what we can see here is we have the most recent 4-hour support around 20.35 700. Most recent 4-hour resistance formed around 20.46 500. Zooming in and dropping down to the hourly time frame. Now within the 4-hour range, we have some sort of a range on the hourly time frame. So zooming in, what do we see? We have this recent 1-hour support around 20.34 800. We have a recent 1-hour resistance around 20.39, or let's say 20.40 actually. Dropping down to the 30-minute time frame, we have a 30-minute support around 20.34 500. We have a 30-minute resistance around 20.41 900. Dropping down to the 15-minute time frame, we can adjust the level of support to 20.33 600. A level of resistance remains the same. So now to identify the no trade zone. I mean, in my opinion, I would say based on the 4-hour time frame, something makes sense in here, because I would say maybe like, let's say for potential buys, since we have this recent 1-hour resistance, we could look for buys as price break and close above 20.40 100, above this hourly resistance. Potential sells, however, we can look for sells as price break and close below 20.33 600. And this is going to be the no trade zone. And now to look for potential buys and going back to the daily. So the first thing we can see on a daily is we have a daily potential resistance around 20.44 800. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, we have this 4-hour range, 4-hour resistance around, let's say, I mean, yes, we have a 4-hour resistance around 20.46 300, but personally, I would stick to the daily resistance. And the reason for that is because of how messy this is within the 4-hour time frame. So, but let's have a look on the hourly. Again, on the hourly looks really messy. On the 30-minute time frame looks messy. Becomes really, really messy within the low time frame. So what we're going to do is here is we're going to have the first target for buys at 20.44 700, targeting this daily resistance. The second target for buys, now let's have a look. So we have this 4-hour rejection formed around 20.51 900. Dropping down to the hourly time frame, we have an hourly resistance around 20.50 100. Looking at the 30-minute time frame, that's the same level of resistance. More likely will be the same on the 15-minute time frame. So I'd say the first target for sells, for buys, we have this daily resistance around 20.44 700. The second target for buys, we have this hourly resistance around 20, 50, 100. And now to look for potential sells. Excuse me. So pretty much with sells, we have clean traffic on the left. So we have this clean daily candle formed on Tuesday. Drop it down to the 4-hour time frame. The first thing we can identify is this 4-hour resistance around 2016,800. Drop it down to the hourly clean traffic, looking at the 5-minute time frame. However, on the 5-minute time frame, I believe we have something. So yes, so we do have this previous 5-minute resistance around 27,800, 600, and then drop it down to the 15-minute time frame. That's the previous 15-minute resistance as well. So I would say the first target for sells could potentially be 27,600, targeting this previous 5-minute resistance. The second target, however, for sells, we could have it at this 15-minute support around 2023, targeting this 15-minute support.
Dominion Markets, your trading sanctuary.